Next we go to the humanists and the existentialists. Now they're interesting because they come at the problem of what's wrong with people from a kind of a universalist perspective. Now, for Freud, if you weren't sick, you were healthy. And that seems obvious, because we think you can make a clear distinction between sick and healthy. But the existentialists, they didn't want any of that. Their hypothesis was, if you're human, you're sick. There's no way out of it. And the reason you're sick, in a sense, and unlike any other animal, is that life itself poses a paradoxical problem to you. Partly because you're so conscious and because you're self-conscious, and actually a sequence of paradoxical problems. A, how do you live when you're vulnerable and mortal? That's a rough one, because you might say, well, why should I bother at all, or who's going to know anyways in 1,000 years or 1,000,000 years? Or why is there suffering, or how do you go on in the face of cruelty? And those are questions that grip at people's soul and crush it. And they're not a consequence of mental illness. It's like, how long should it take you to recover if your whole family is wiped out in a car accident? What's healthy? Well, we don't know the answer to that. It's like, should you ever recover? Maybe if you were halfway empathic, it would just kill you. You know, a lot of times people can't recover from their grief because they're guilty. They think, how can I live when all those people close to me died, and they died unfairly? Well, that's an existential problem. And then, so there's one class, which is vulnerability and mortality. Everyone's got that staring at them. So how do you deal with that? Hard question.